We're good.
Cool. Cool. Good. All right. Hey guys, what's up? It's Wednesday. It is about 12 p.m. So we're gonna be doing our live Wednesday workout, and we do this every Wednesday that I'm in town, which is most Wednesdays. We try to aim for around 12 p.m. Central Time, and this is where I just show you a few exercises or walk you through a quick routine that I think you'll find beneficial. A lot of these workouts are tailored to people who are working in office settings, so people who have issues with shoulders or might have knee pain because of the negative effects of being sedentary and sitting at a desk. So a lot of these workouts help with correcting posture, helping to improve your muscle activation, so that when you go into your workouts, you're using your kit, you're using your hips, you're using your core, and you're not exercising with, again, those negative effects of being sedentary. So in today's live workout, by the way, if you're watching now, leave a comment, let me know where you are, give a little thumbs up sign, whatever it is, include your favorite emoji, and just let me know you're watching, give me a comment, let me know where you guys are. Real quick, we're doing a workshop in Chicago on Sunday. Learn more at manfulyoga.com/July 15. All right, so in today's workout, I'm gonna walk you through a few shoulder mobility exercises that you should be doing, but most likely are not. And these are exercises that focus on strengthening your shoulders and your upper back. And the reason why these exercises are important is because they start to get your arms away from in front of you and to the sides, right? Which is what most of us do, right? We have our arms in front of us like this a lot of the time. We don't really have the arms up and overhead or behind us. So what these exercises are going to do, we're going to work on getting the arms either kind of behind us like this, or up overhead, or squeezing back, so that we can target the muscles in the upper back and in the shoulders. And this is going to help offset a lot of the imbalances that are caused from using our arms primarily in front of our bodies, and not getting enough of that overhead reach with the arms and reaching back. So first exercise, first set of exercises, we're gonna start on the ground. You're gonna be in a prone position for this. Equipment needed, you can use a foam roller. You can also use a resistance band, a light resistance band. So let's do those. So again, start off on your chest, and the first thing we're gonna do is some wide lifts with the arms. So if you need a cushion or something for your forehead, the forehead is gonna be down on the ground. Feel free to get a towel and just put that onto your forehead. You're gonna start with your palms down, reaching your arms forward. And then you're gonna turn your thumbs to face up like you're giving a thumbs up. And then turn your arms out as much as possible. So your thumbs are facing either straight up or toward the outside. Squeeze your arms up, and you're gonna hold as high as you can. And we can break this up into different sets of different types of reps, but here's what we're doing. So squeezing up, holding, making sure that you're not lifting your chest off the ground, right? So we're not arching the back to lift the arms overhead. We're keeping your spine neutral. You can also tuck the toes to add a little bit of support with the core. And then again, thumbs starting to turn out and squeezing your arms up. And you're just holding this. So there's a few ways that we can do this. You can lift up and you can hold for a 30-second set, which is what I would recommend if you're new to this. And then to fatigue yourself, to get really tired, you can do reps, and that's gonna help build strength. So we can start with, again, like a 30-second hold like this, with this Y hold, and then we can relax. And then doing it again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. All right, so that's your first exercise. I would do that. You want to have tension for about. No, it's not working. Facebook isn't opening. Oh, there we go. Reconnected. All right. We had one like. Good. We're still going. It says 10 minutes now. Facebook's still going. Okay. Yeah, no. Facebook doesn't want to go. All right. Hey guys, sorry, we had a internet outage. We're back now. So anyways, we were doing some exercises on the ground with your chest down, and these are all focused on improving your shoulder mobility, but also helping with your upper back and your shoulder strength as well. We're just give me 1 second. We're waiting for one of the phones to start working again. Our Facebook went down, so we're just waiting until that. In the meantime, if anyone has any questions about the exercise we were just doing, please ask. And again, the reason why these are so beneficial is that when you are sitting at a desk, or for the most part during the day, we're not using our arms behind our body at all, right? We're not bringing our arms up and back like this. We're also not bringing the arms behind us, anything like this. All right, cool, and we're back up. And in order to make sure that our shoulders are healthy and we can do things like pressing overhead, and we can do things like pushing without shoulder pain and without causing or contributing to shoulder pain, then we need to make sure that we have that strength and proper muscle activation in the upper back. So that's what we're doing now. So all right, back down onto your chest. So what we did already, we did the Ys, right? So we're lifting, keeping your arms in a Y, thumbs turning up or turning out, and then just squeezing your arms up and away from the ground. And again, holding that for 5 seconds at a time, or doing 2 sets of 30 seconds. We also had the T exercise, so arms just straight out to the side, forehead relaxed on the ground, squeezing the arms as high as possible. And then you're going to feel this between the shoulder blades. So you're feeling this in your traps, and again, in the upper back. So this again, 30 seconds. I would hold this for 30, maybe 45, 60 seconds. Next one we're doing is a pull down. So you're basically mimicking a pull-up. So we're going to start in that Y exercise. So with your arms and even the thumbs up here, and we're just going to pull the elbows back toward the hips, like we're doing a pull-up. So the elbows squeeze in toward the hips, tight in toward the sides, and then squeezing back out. Exhaling, pull in. So again, we're just mimicking a pull-up here. As you're doing this, you want to keep your arms as high as possible. So make sure that your arms aren't sinking down to the ground. And you also make sure that those thumbs stay facing up and then actually turning out as you pull in. All right, so we don't want the thumbs turning in, we don't want the shoulders turning in. We want to keep the thumbs out at the top, facing straight up, and then turning them out as we pull in, just like we would for a pull-up, right, or a lat pull down. All right, so again, for these you want to maintain about 60 seconds of tension. So we can do maybe 10 reps or so of those. And now moving and making this a little bit more difficult. Actually, one more. So we've got the pull-up mimic, we've got the Y, and then we have the T. Last one, you're going to bring your arms behind you. Start with your palms facing down. That way you've got your shoulders properly in the proper position, so your shoulders are neutral. So start here, and then lift your arms away from your back. So you're squeezing the backs of your arms toward the ceiling. So elbows are facing the ceiling. Your shoulder blades are pulling toward one another. So you've got some good scapular stability here. Make sure that both arms, both shoulders are engaging. And then you're going to turn your palms to face up, but keep your shoulders open, and then press your palms toward the ceiling. So this is the next exercise. And again, we can do this in maybe 5-second bursts, or we can hold for 30 to 60 seconds. I would prefer the 30 to 60 second hold, especially if you're new to this. And you want to make sure that as you're doing this, your shoulders aren't rounding in, but you're keeping your shoulders pulled open, right? So pulling the shoulder blades down and back as you're doing this. And again, 30 to 60 seconds here, and this is going to help with internal shoulder rotation. If you want to add something on top of this, you're going to bring your right hand toward your left hip behind your back, and maybe the left hand toward the right elbow, and then keeping the chest open, squeezing the elbows up. You're going to hold there. And ideally, you should be able to hold your hands away from your back with your shoulders in a neutral position. So my shoulders aren't rounding in as I'm doing this. I'm trying to keep my shoulder blades pulled together. And again, kind of bringing the hands a little bit away from the back as I do this. And then I would switch, so you have the other arm on top as well. So you're doing both sides. All right, and then relax. One more I'm going to do, introducing some tension here. So you can do this with a foam roller. You can also do this with a TheraBand or a resistance band. Go ahead and bring your arms back up into that Y that you had before. And I'm using a Viper, which is an electronic or a vibrating foam roller. So it's going to be a little heavier. So depending on how much resistance you want, you really don't need that much weight here. 1 pound is going to seem like a lot. So I'm going to squeeze this foam roller between my palms, try to turn my biceps up as much as possible. So I want to make sure that my biceps aren't facing in, but they're starting to wrap up. And then forehead still relaxes down. I'm going to tuck my toes so I have a little bit of extra support, and I can squeeze my thighs and kind of engage my hips a little bit more. And then I'm just lifting up with whatever I'm holding between my hands. And now this is really going to help strengthen my upper back. I want to make sure that I'm not lifting my chest to do this, but I'm just lifting the arms. I'm keeping my chest and my neck neutral. So squeezing up, pushing the block or whatever that is between your hands together. The wider it is, the easier it's going to be. So the longer the object, the easier it is. So if I were to switch to a block, this is going to be more difficult. Because now I just need a little more shoulder mobility in order to do this. So I would start with the foam roller and then move to the block. And then what you can also do here is you can use the resistance band, and that will add a little more active tension. So you're going to feel this challenging your muscles a little bit more. So you want to have a light resistance band here. Pull it apart until you feel resistance, until you feel some shaking, and then just lift up and hold here. So same, very similar, but because it's a resistance band, there's just going to be a little more tension. It's going to be a little more difficult, and you're going to have to struggle a little bit more to keep the biceps wrapping up. So those are all pretty simple exercises, but very challenging exercises that you can do to not only strengthen your back, but also improve your shoulder mobility. So what I can do now is it's way easier for me to lift my arms overhead. It's much easier for me to get my hands behind my back than it was before. So if you're doing yoga, right, and you struggle with getting your hands behind your back and you want to be able to interlace your fingers and lift your arms away from your back, doing these exercises is going to help with that. If you have trouble with handstands, if you're trying to make a straight line with your handstand, or you feel like you have mostly pain in the front of your shoulders when you're doing yoga, then this is really going to help with countering that, because again, you're getting your back muscles more involved and you're relieving tension from the chest and able to more completely use your full shoulder as opposed to just the chest and your arms, which is what a lot of people tend to do. So those are some really simple, but again, really effective exercises. Again, you want to spend at least 1 minute, maybe a minute and a half or 2 minutes of total muscle tension, total time under tension for those muscles involved for each exercise. And you can start with 30 seconds, make your way up to 45 or even 60 seconds, and then do 1 to 2 sets of those. And you can also, again, you can break it down into 5-second reps as well. So where you're just holding for 5 seconds and then releasing, and then 5 seconds and then releasing, and so on and so forth. These workouts, actually these exercises that I'm showing you now are part of my Strength Foundations course, which is currently going on in the members area. The members area closed for enrollment on Monday, but you can join my waitlist at manflowyoga.com. We'll let you know as soon as the members area opens back up. And we're closing the members area so we can focus on that Strength Foundations course, and also so that we can focus on our existing members and not have to worry about signing up new ones. So that's why the members area is closed, but again, you can join our wait list and you will get priority access when we do reopen the members area. And that's it. So again, those exercises don't require much equipment. You just need to be able to lay down on your chest. It's helpful to have a foam roller. It's also helpful to have a resistance band that you can pull apart. So you want a lighter resistance band, not a really super heavy resistance band. I would usually use a green or a yellow resistance band, but I only have a blue one, so that's why I'm using that one. And yeah, that's it. So before I go, I'm going to check to make sure that we don't have any questions. Cool. All right. If you're just joining us, sorry, we had one going before, but then it cut out, so we had to restart this. But if you want to see the beginning where I explain this a little bit more, feel free to check back through YouTube or Facebook, and you'll be able to see the previous broadcast that we did. All right, guys, that's it. Again, you can join the waitlist to sign up for the members area at manflowyoga.com. I've also got a free 7-day intro to Manflow Yoga that shows you how you can start using yoga to notice improved strength and notice improved mobility in just a few days, or even your first lesson, which is really cool. That's also at manflowyoga.com. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. We'll be here next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. And again, Chicago on Sunday in Lincoln Park. You can learn more about that at manflowyoga.com/July 15. All right, I'm out.